Welcome back to Your Darts, where we learn to do dart checkouts in our head. Let's continue with some more practice of how to take out these big 3-digit numbers using a formula. Number 151, we're going to just jump into this and continue from where we left off with these big 3-digit numbers. 151, we throw in treble 20 for our first dart. What's left from 151? You just visualize the formula for treble 20, which is 40. I call it the rule of 40. So 40 onto 51 and you've revealed 91. You can do that sum in seconds. And sometimes just seeing the numbers, you learn to put 4 on 5 is a 9, so it's just easy to see it's 91. This is where you've got to learn your 2-dart finishes. So if you know 91 now, it's dead easy to progress. Okay, it's not easy to hit it. This comes with skill and practice and all that sort of stuff that you've got to do, but it's easy to work it out, so you're not having to like use a calculator or any kind of thing like that. Well, we don't use calculators anymore, do we? I'm getting old. All right, so the 2-dart finish for 91 is treble 17 because that's 51. So know your treble values. And if you've got 51, easy to see you need another 40 to make it 91. So it's treble 17, double top. Now, the miss rule I like to call, we're going for treble 17. We have to recognize we're going to miss that more times than we hit it. And hopefully we can hit that big number. If you hit 17, it would leave 74, and you've got 2 darts to take out 74. My favorite way is to go treble 18, which is 54, which would leave me a very strong double 10. Okay. Now, and if you hit the big 18, it would leave 56. Okay. Always walk it down as much as you can. The other way to take out 74 is a first dart indicator, 74, so treble 14. And if you like to finish on the 16s, this is the way you're going to go. Treble 14 for 16. Hitting the big 14 would leave 60. Okay. Now, let's just clear this up, just so it doesn't get too messy. Now, on our very first dart, we have to assume we will, or put into our practice routine, that we may miss the treble 20, hit the big 20. So just take 20 off 151 is 131. But you've got 2 darts to take that out. So you're probably going to stick at treble 20. Okay. So there you would put the same process. You're putting 40, this formula onto the last 2 digits, 40 onto 31, 71. But you've got 1 dart left to take out 71. The 2 ways to take out 71, again, this is left of the side of the board versus the right side of the board. Okay, this is, for me, this is how a lot of these finishes go, or the top of the board. So 71, 2 ways, I would go treble 17, 51 for double 10. Okay, which is would mean 71, or hitting the big 17 would leave 54. Or if you a lot of people would go treble 13 for double 16, hitting the big 13 would leave 58. So that's pretty much how to take out 151. I'm never really thinking about, with this process that I'm teaching, you're not thinking about taking out 151. You're just going, right, I'm going for treble 20. I'm going to add 40 onto 51. Oh, 91. Well, I've gone away. I've learned my golden 44. I've learned the 2 dart finishes. I know what 91 is, and you just go for 91 and take it out accordingly. But that's number 151. Number 152. Throw at treble 20. What's left from 152? You just add 40 onto the last 2 digits, onto 52, 92. And again, just pretend while watching these videos you know your golden 44, the 2 dart finishes. 92 is another treble 20 for, which would leave 32, so double 16. So it's treble 20, double 16. But it's quite good to think about, you throw out your first treble, you apply the formula, and then it becomes a 2 dart checkout. Okay, and as long as you know your 2 dart checkouts, you've got the answer. Okay, treble 20, double 16. Now, if we so that's 92. If you hit the big 20, it would then be 72. Okay, and you got 1 dart left at 72. 2 ways you're going to do that. You can go, I would go treble 16. If I hit it, I'll be leaving double 12 when I come back, which I'm happy with. Hitting the big 16 would leave 56. And also 72 is a first dart indicator. If you don't know what that means, go watch my videos. But it's treble 12. Thank you, Car Beep. Treble 12 for double 18. Hitting the big 12 would leave 60. Okay. Now I'm just going to quickly neaten this up. Now on our very first dart, we're going to go for treble 20. We have to assume we may well miss it and hit the 20. If you do hit the 20, you take 20 off 152, so it will leave 132, and you've got 2 darts to take out 132. Again, just go for treble 20, why not? Let's find out. So we're going for treble 20, you just put your 40 onto 32, and it leaves 72. You've got 1 dart to take out 72, and we've just done that, but we'll just go over it again for good practice. 1 dart at 72, I would go treble 16. If I hit it, I would leave double 12. If I go into the 16, I would leave 56. Or if you like to finish on 18s, you probably go with 72. You're probably still going to go your treble 12 for double 18, hitting the big 12 would leave 60. So manageable numbers, and this all comes from learning the essential 2 dart finishes. So that's number 152. Number 153. So let's keep practicing. Treble 20 for our first dart. What's left from 153? You put 40. Change that colour. You put 40 onto the last 2 digits. 40 onto 53 is 93, and you know your 2 dart finishes, so 93 is treble 19 for double 18. Hitting your big 19 would leave 74. I got 1 dart at 74. I personally would go, probably I would go treble 18, which is 54. Hitting it would leave double 10. Hitting the big 18 would leave 56, so walk that down if you possibly can. But 74, it's a safer route going this way. You could go treble 14 for double 16, because the reason why I say it's safer, because if you're going for treble 18, if you hit the 1's very big, okay, or treble 1, okay, but if you hit the 1, it leaves 73. If you hit the treble 1, it leaves 71, and but with those you still need another treble. Anything around this here will get you to below 70. And if you're below 70, at least you'll get a shot out at bullseye. Okay, that's the way to look at it. You'll get a shot out. You know, bullseye's 50, so it does eat up a lot of points. But that's that. Let's just clean this up. On our very first dart, we're going to go through. We will assume we may well miss treble 20. Hit the big 20. Take 20 off 153 is 133. I've got 2 darts left to take out 133. I'm going to go for treble 20 again. Just put 40 onto the last 2 digits of 40 onto 33 is 73. I got 1 dart left to take out 73. There's only one way that I know how to do that. That's treble 19, and then it'd be double 8. Okay, when you come back, if you hit the big 19, it would leave 54. So know your 2 dart finishes, and know this miss rule that I keep talking about. The practicing for the miss, what it will be if we hit the big number and miss the treble. It's as important as knowing the finish, because we're going to do that a lot more than hitting the treble. But that's number 153. So to the last example of the day, number 154. We're going to approach it the same way, throwing at treble 20, and with only a very little practice, you're going to see straight away that this is 94. You just put your 40 onto this 54, it leaves 94. And if you know your 2 dart finishes, 94 is treble 18 because it's 54 for double 20. That's 94. Hitting the big 18 leaves 76. I got 1 dart left at 76. With 1 dart at 76, I'm going to go for double 18. If I hit it, which is 36, okay, double 18, I come back to the board on my strong double 20. Okay, now when I aim for it, knowing I've got 1 dart, I'm going to kind of aim at this bottom wire. Okay, so I don't want to go out the board and waste a dart. If I do hit the big 18, it leaves 58 when I return, so a nice manageable number, okay, and manageable like get out for me personally. So now, so that's 76. A lot of people with 1 dart at 76, they're just going to throw out treble 20 out of there, hitting the treble 24 double 8 because it's that side of the board. I prefer hitting the big 20 would leave 56. Again, an easy number to work out in your head. Now let's go back to our first dart, going for treble 20. If we miss that and hit the big 20, just take 20 off 154, leaves 134. So really easy to work out. To take the maths off, to take 20 off 154. Anyway, so we've got 2 darts to take out 134. I'm going to go for treble 20 again because I'm in the same area. And so you just put 40 onto 34. It leaves 74. I've got one dart left to take out 74. So with 74, I might well go, well, I would go probably treble 18 because it leaves me on double 10, which is a strong double for me. Hitting the big 18 would leave 56. Always know what it would be if you hit that big number. Okay, the misrule is as vital as anything else. Okay, but just be aware of that big single one. If you hit the 1, it leaves 73. If you hit the treble 1, it leaves 71. And those two are numbers that you're going to have a treble to get out. Okay, it's the safest route really is to go 74 is to go treble 14. It would leave it on double 16. Hitting the big 14 will leave 60. So these are easier numbers to see and therefore easier numbers to hopefully go for when you come back to the board. But that's number 154. Okay, so coming next time we'll be doing more practice on this formula. We'll get into the big boys, some of these big numbers where when you're first starting to check out in darts, it's like, how am I going to remember this? Well, apply this formula, learn those 2 dart finishers, and you've got it. Okay, we're going to cover more board management as well. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Thanks again for watching. Take care for now.